Hi there, and welcome to the Call to Cinema. I am Aaron, and I kind of had a nap a while back, so I'm still sort of waking up. I just hit my finger. Holy crap! Um, and tonight we're going to be doing some Blu-ray talk. I want to get a name for this Saturday show that I do. I do a show every Saturday. We talk about upcoming stuff from Blu-ray. Hey there, Chris. We talked about a lot of different things. Yesterday, I gave a live, kind of a free version on Friday of what's going to be my cult cinema, my Crimson Cult uncut live stream that I'm going to be doing over on the Patreon channel. And tonight is my normal Saturday one. And we're going to be looking at a lot of different things. We're going to look at some stuff that's coming out. I want to talk to you about some stuff that I got on my mind. I'm going to talk to you about things that are like my birthday that's coming up. And as I hit the big year, it's something that definitely stands out for me. Hey there, Jason. Hey there, IB. It is on. It is live. So hopefully you can hear me okay. Hey there. Hope you're doing well too, T. Have some tea to wake myself up. Hey there, Kay. Welcome. I came a little bit earlier so you can actually be here for the show. Hey, Kobe. I forgot Flip the other day, yesterday, and I felt really bad about it. And so when he messaged me, he said, "You forgot me." I was like, "Oh crap." So here's the thing, guys. If I messed you out, like when it comes to when I'm tweeting out when I'm doing these live videos, especially if I do like an impromptu one. If you're on my Twitter, if you're on my Instagram, thank you, Ashton. Welcome, man. And it is nice to have you back. Then just like message me on either Instagram or Twitter, and what I'll do is I'm gonna do up like a list on here of people that I need to tweet out when I do my live videos, because I used to rely on the fact that it will come up, right? But Twitter doesn't do that anymore. It doesn't come up the way that it should. So, tonight we're going to be talking about everything. We're going to be getting into, got a Killer Blu-ray haul coming in from Amazon. Small Soldiers. Thank you. See, hear that? That's after, like, sometimes afterwards you hear the noise, and that kind of shocks people. They're welcome, Jim. You're browsing web on tablet when a notification popped up. So yeah, if you're not getting notifications and you're missing out on some of the videos, especially the live stuff, because I do try to have a schedule, but I do impromptu stuff. Wednesday and Friday are kind of like question marks for me on what I'm going to do. And tonight, in case you're wondering what I'm going to be talking about, we're going to be looking at some of the stuff. We're going to look at some of the Vinegar Syndrome stuff. We're going to look at MakeFlix. We're going to look at some different companies. I'm even going to show you the oft requested picture of what I looked like when my head was shaved. Yes, because I've had people ask that. So I actually scrounged up an old picture of me. Hey there, Alan. So yes, you're coming in and you're going to get a whole lot of different things tonight. And because it's a Saturday video, because I want it to be kind of open, pitch black 4K, nice. Big Bang Theory. Oh, you got the complete series. Nice. Hey there, Flip. Welcome. I apologize for forgetting you the other day, but in my defense, it was late. I'm surprised I remember my own name yesterday. But it did go well. I have to say, last night's video, like I did an uncut, and where I just was pretty much, I think I was right off the rail. I'm off the rails, me anyway. But I answered some more questions than normal. For those that don't know, next Friday starts the Vinegar Syndrome Black Friday sale. I cannot talk about the sale in depth on YouTube because we all know what type of videos of movies are in that sale. But I will be doing a live stream on my Patreon channel about the Vinegar Syndrome Valentines sale. I think we all know why. And that should hopefully be fun. So I'm going to schedule it so everybody will know ahead of time when that video is going to happen. So that'll be an interesting way to go with it there. I actually will be filming some stuff tomorrow for the Patreon channel as well, because the last one I did was the video essay, and I want to have a couple more up, even if I kind of space them out so that I'll have a few ahead of time. Of course, as always, Mondays is going to be the website deep dive. Tuesday is reviewed and ranked. Wednesday is your question mark. Thursday is live. Friday is your question mark, and Saturday it's live again. Oh no, that's not what it doesn't matter what I call it. Okay, it's the topic. It's what I'm talking about. Hey there, Deck. All right, so I spoke with Flip earlier. We're gonna try and collaborate on something in the near future as well. So I'm looking forward to that. Trying to stay active. Hopefully by now you've all listened to the Cowboys podcast I did a while back with the Wolfman and the Paul Naschy film, because I'm a huge werewolf fan. I'm a huge Paul Naschy fan. Speaking of which, my Mondo Macabre stuff should be coming in. It was supposed to be coming in around the 9th. Now they're saying around the 11th. It's taking a little bit longer. But as you guys know, when Mondo Macabre had their pre-order back in October of last year, I'm going to say, then I did the pre-order for the 3 Mondo Macabre limited edition. So I will be unboxing that here on the channel and talking about it as well. So whenever that comes in, we'll definitely be doing a live video for that. And if the Mondo Macabre site is open by then, because right now it's down for maintenance while he gets all his orders out, we'll probably be talking about that as well. I got a feeling that one of the reasons the Mondo Macabre site is down for maintenance, aside from getting his orders out, is because the pre-order for the next Mondo Macabre limited editions, they're probably coming up soon. So for those that don't know, there are 3 new limited editions coming up from Mondo Macabre. There's probably the pre-order for it's probably going to be sometime in February, which means it's probably going to be an April or May release. But you'll be looking at least probably Hell of the Devil from Paul Naschy. I'm pretty sure that's going to be one of the titles that we're going to see on that pre-order, and I think it's going to happen really, really soon. You guys are so quiet tonight. So what I'm doing right now, just so I can do this, is I have to get out my trusty iPad, because we are going to go and get away from my face and actually look at some Blu-ray news, some stuff that's out, some stuff that's coming out, and talk about some of the things that a few people have been talking about. Has anybody here picked up the January Vinegar Syndrome package? Anybody here have the January package? I know Brian's not here tonight, unfortunately, but I know Brian hasn't. Hey there, Northern Lights, welcome. What are the chances I move a little bit to my right? This is my right. Little. What? What's happening on the? That's a little bit to my right, I think, or I'm not sure if it's your right or my right, but hopefully you can see me okay. You're not going to see me. It's not going to matter anyway in a second, because I'm. You were done text messages? Am I really? You don't need to see me anyway. It's okay. You're not going to see me soon. Don't worry about it. Hey there, Dave. Laying in bed listening. That is nice. I wish I was laying in bed right now, but I can't. I have way too much to do. You were done. All right. And first, I hate hearing myself on here. Okay, let's do this. It's just the introduction, Matthew. So I've rattled on for about 9 minutes before I got into the stuff. All right, so here we are. We're on the Vinegar Syndrome website, but we're going to go away from here for a second, and I'm going to show you something that I don't show very often. So remember when I said that I used to, for like 8 years, I shaved my head? Remember that? And I had a couple people said, "Do you have any pictures of back then?" I tried not to get the thuggish pictures, so I tried to pick like the most, like the nicest, like most, I guess, me type picture that you guys would know me from. And well, the chat's not running up anything right now, Dave. I'm not on the screen. But I got to figure out a way to do that backgroundy thing. So this here is me. This is me years ago. So I did not lie. That actually my hair, like when I'm growing out, but like had stubble by this point. But I promise you guys, I was going to show the picture, no matter how bad it looked. And do I keep my promises? Do I? I do. I want to say thank you again to Twisted Cinema and Mary Sullivan for the donations last night. They kind of blew my mind, and I'm so grateful. Canadian Mafia, I told you. I had to go blow my nose off camera. And that's why my better half does not let me shave my head. She thinks I look too thuggish. She's not wrong. Anyway, we've seen enough of that picture. let's go to Vinegar Syndrome first. So did anybody pick up this package right here? I'm kind of curious. As you see right here, we got, like, this is the January package. We got Cthulhu Mansion, Dark Tower, Satan's Blood, and the House of Usher, which is a VSA release. Oh yeah, no matter how silly or geeky I look. Jason, I'll do it. Heather Shadow, you just missing shaved head me from back in the day. I don't mind saying that I'm hitting my birthday on March the 31st. And I've had a little, I'm not sure, if not a midlife crisis, I guess, per se, but I've thought back on like on the past in like in the last little while. But hey there, Zach, welcome, man. You saw it? Okay. You poor guy. But yeah, I am hitting the big 5-0 on March 31st. I'll be 50 this year. I'll have lived half of a century long. There we go. Yeah, so you asked and I delivered. All right, so these were the 4 January tales. Did anybody pick these up? So Kay didn't pick them up. Did I get Tetsu 1 and 2 from Sex? No, I haven't got anything from Second Set recently, unfortunately, Ashen. The thing for us here in Canada, and I'm not sure what's like in the States right now, but it's really expensive to order from the UK. So I haven't been able to order from them like in a while. And some places in the UK actually don't deliver to Canada right now. Like there's ways to go around. I know, like in the United States, there's Diabolique, but that gets pretty pricey here. But there was like a box set that I wanted to pick up actually at one point. Flip knows about it because it was one of his favorites last year, and that's Tsukamoto that I was hoping to grab, but I haven't been able to grab that yet. Yeah, birthday depressed hit you at 25, 62 now. Nice, Dave. Welcome, man. So you know what? I don't think I've ever. I always get that kind of like birthday blah, like a bit like the month before, but it never really lasts. It's more like my birthday. I think what was I? I was like 18. I was 18 years old, right? 18 or 19. 18 or 19. And at the time, it was like I was out of school. I was going back in the fall semester. And my family, everybody was like busy. So my nan and pop were away in Alberta. My mom was working at a bar that she was running at the time. My both my sisters were like in different areas. My dad was up in Corner Brook, and I was in like in a small town area. I'd moved back to a place called Cowhead. Hey there, Master Chaos. Welcome, man. Hey there, Twisted Cinema. I just shouted you up, man. Hey there, Jerry. 10 years difference. You're 10 years earlier, man. Do I have a P.O. box? I'll send you like a... Send me a message on either Twitter or an Instagram, and I'll send it to you. My Instagram, probably best my Instagram. My Instagram, if you're on Instagram, Ashen, I'm charmed007. And I shall accept you. 26, yeah, you're definitely getting up there, man. So anyway, so nobody was around, and I had a bottle of wine. And I just sat at home, and I Mason Capwelled it, which nobody on here but me is going to understand. But if any of you understands what I mean when I say that I Mason Capwelled something, you're getting extra cool points on my channel right now tonight. And if you do understand it, tell me what it means. But I literally just stayed home and I drank a bottle of wine, and then I met up with a couple ladies. That's the youth. But yeah, Master, you Chaos, you got this. I know you got this. You got the January package. Have you watched it? That's because you always thought I was older. Do you think I look older? Maybe it's because I don't have a lot of hair and I'm gone. What was it called? Gray or silver. Sometimes people can think that. Most of the time in real life, though, people think I'm younger than I am. Either way, I'm okay as long as they think about me. So what did you think, man? Like, from what I've heard, like pretty much across the board right now, Satan's Blood and Cthulhu Mansion, they've been highly regarded. Dark Tower, a lot of people haven't gotten into as much, which kind of blows my mind because, man, it's Michael Moriarty. And for those that don't know, and most of you do, but I haven't seen that video yet, man. I'm behind. That's what but I will check it out. I am so behind. I'm slowly catching up. What I do, for those that don't know, and like I do watch most of your channels, and I do try to catch up with all your channels, but what I normally do is I like bank like 5 or 6 videos, and then I'll watch them at the same time. Oh, wait a minute, maybe I did watch that. Oh, it's Michael Moriarty though. I'm actually watching the Flip and Nathan video later tonight. I got it queued up on my device. Hey there, Craig. And if you haven't checked it out, by the way, Nathan did a film journey episode with Flip Otaku, and Flip is an amazingly awesome guy who you should be watching. I'm just gonna put it out there right now. Flip, Master Chaos, all these guys. You know, these are guys you should be watching on a regular basis because they deliver, and. Cameron, just do anyone favor. Actually, Ashton, I was going to be an actor, and it's so hopefully it doesn't do too bad. There was a time when, oh my God, this is going back. I'm like very retrospective tonight, guys. Please, if you're here and you haven't yet done it, you hit the like button, my friends. It is very helpful. And anytime that you want to, or that you feel that you can, feel free to hit the donation link down below. It's highly appreciated. But right now we are talking this. So Master Chaos says that Dark Tower's a bit of a snoozer. Not gonna lie, I've been hearing that across the board. But it's got Jenny Agutter, it's got Michael Moriarty. So that's. I'm a huge Michael Moriarty fan. No, Mason Cup was definitely not an Atlantic Province expression. All right, let's do this. as you guys know, when I was going in acting, I didn't want to do film. Ironic, isn't it? I wanted to do like stage, and I wanted to do soap operas because it was fresh. Everything was fresh. You got kind of an instant feedback. There's no social media back then. So one of the characters that I'd always wanted to play was Santa Barbara's Mason Capwell. And I remember at the time, Santa Barbara's a big show. You guys might not remember this. Played by Lane Davies, also played by Gordon Thompson, and God, and the guy, he's passed away now. The guy that played Jack originally on Young and the Restless. But as somebody that always felt like the black sheep in my family, and I don't know why, because maybe because I was raised with my grandparents. But I gotta say, I'm somebody that's like, I'm a family person. Like, I love my family. But this was Mason Capwell. He was a heavy drinker on Santa Barbara. He would often drink, and then he would say exactly what he felt about everything. So whenever I was feeling down on myself and having a few drinks back in the day, I would be Mason Capwelling it. So now you know. Hey, Martinez. Oh, cool. So she liked the Cruise and Eden thing, right, Matthew? I'm guessing she was not too happy when... come on now. When Cruise and Eden broke up. When Marcy Walker left the show. But, yeah, sometime you want to, like, really impress your mom, Matthew? Ask her sometime, just, when you're chatting with your mom, yeah, let her know that you remember the stuff that you watched, like Santa Barbara and stuff like that. Ask her who her favorite Eden was. There you go. Your mom will appreciate it. Well, let's check it out. I'm actually want to do that tonight. I want to dive into a few different websites tonight, look at some different stuff. The Cthulhu Mansion definitely should be over 1,000. It just came out in January. I did watch Action USA, so I'm starting a new series on my Patreon channel called "What the Hell Did I Just Watch?" And I think Action USA is going to be one of those films. I want to see that review, man. That box set looks really sexy. So does the Urban Legend one. Both of those look really sexy. But yeah, Matthew, when you remember those little things about your mom and stuff like that, and she realizes that you remember them, trust me, as a dad, it's important. I'm very interested in a Noche Last Summer box set. Although the third one, well, let's be honest, it's pretty trashy. I still want it. Did you watch the third one, man? Action USA it's different. It's we're watching Action USA, me and my better half, and we're getting there, and it's fun. It's like Ken looks at me and says, "I hope these guys are not playing this serious, because if they are, oh my god." And they're talking about soap operas, talking about everything, man. On my channel, okay, you're going to get everything. So if you're not into one thing, 10 minutes later, it's probably going to be something you're into. And some people, hey there, Griff, make the rookie mistake of leaving, and then what happens afterwards? The stuff that they wanted to talk about, just talked about in 10 minutes. Hey there, Jamie. Welcome, man. Jamie, I am going through the crisis of I'm going to be 50 soon. I am hitting the big 50. But tonight we're looking at some Vinegar Syndrome stuff. We're going to look at some Make Flick stuff. Let's bring up Umbrella as well. Jamie, thank you for reminding me, because I am going to be doing a video on Umbrella soon. I want to do them for one of my deep dives. So I'm not going to go too much into And for those that don't watch my website deep dives, what the hell? I don't have the January package, Ragman. I'm not a subscriber. Not yet. Not till May, if I fingers crossed. Thanks to Mary and to Twisted Cinema last night. I got a little bit closer to there. Your mom said, watch She's Young and the rest of us. I haven't seen that show in years. That's the one that had Justin Hartley on it for a while, right? The guy that acts in. He used to be in like Smallville as Green Arrow. But he's got like a big show now that I don't watch. A really drama show. Hey, Jamie, we're in the same club. Hey, Damien, welcome. You got your vinegar center mortar. Along with everybody's buying the Curious Dr. Hump. I'm very surprised. I Start Counting is amazing. I hope you love that film. Petey Wheatstraw, there's a phone. And Pigs. Pigs is one I haven't seen. And I probably got to upgrade my version of Pigs. I got I was talking to Troma and Lloyd Kaufman a few years back at a convention. And I bought the most anybody's ever bought at a Troma table at that point, actually. They pointed that out to me. But one of the ones I picked up was the Troma edition of Pigs at the time, and Buddy Giovanzi's Combat Shock, Mad Dog Morgan, a bunch of other things. Your father's an old school rancher? That's kind of cool, actually. Hump is dumb, but in a wonderful way. Your wife's a big 5-0. Yes, but Kay, don't you know that women age so much more gracefully than us? So true. And I can't get down. Down to the Dead is eluding me. And you know why, Jamie? You know why? Because right now, getting stuff from the UK, it's been a bit hard. Especially Second Sight. I've seen it, like but I haven't watched it in a few years. I bought it and I watched it right after I came back from the convention, which was around 2012. So we're looking a few years back. But definitely one that needs an upgrade. Same as I got the old version of The Children too. The anniversary edition came up at Troma. Definitely need to upgrade that one. They give me a prize at the Troma table. No, but Lloyd Kaufman signed everything. Even signed like I said, I've mentioned that so many times. I bought a movie from at the Troma table that they'd bought and they'd put out, but it wasn't one that they made. Bought it for my dad. It was like a Paul Naschy film. And Lloyd Kaufman, when he was signing it, I didn't look at the stuff that he wrote when he was signing stuff, and I always remember this because it always blows my mind. When I brought it home to Dad, my dad looked at it and he kind of laughed, and he said, "Did you read what he signed?" I said, "No, I actually forgot to read what he signed. I just got it for you. I got him to sign it." So it was to Glenn. That's my dad's name. You guys know that. You see my dad on here. From Aaron's gay lover, Lloyd Kaufman, which was cool. But no, I spent so much time at the Troma table actually talking. I was talking to the guys that were running it, some of the actors from Troma. So that by the second day that I was there picking up stuff, they literally got a chair for my better half. Kaufman is amazing. Oh, Pigs is wonderful. I love Pigs, actually. I do recommend it. The Lindsay Baker set, excellent. Let me know what you think the Lindsay Baker set, Jamie, because those are honestly, those are some of my favorite films of last year, and I have revisited every one of those films. So I've watched all of the Lindsay Baker films at least twice. I find it doesn't matter, if it's Jell-O, unless it's super bad Jell-O, and even that I'll watch, but no, the Lindsay Baker stuff is good, really good. It's good Jell-O, but the Forgotten Jelly sets, Lindsay Baker set, those will always get watched. Spanish too. If you're Spanish or Italian horror film, you're gonna get watched multiple times in my house. Which one should you watch? Go in chronological order. You got to go in chronological order with the Lindsay Baker set. So let's bring it up here. Let's go to Severin. I love the fact that my mug isn't on camera, so I can show you guys this stuff here. So, got a shop all. I didn't order the Milligan set, Jamie. I couldn't do it. I thought about it, but I didn't go with it in the end. I really wanted that. Is anybody else but me like? I'm super excited about the Girdler films. I really am. I can't afford to get them, but at least not right now. But and I want, like, I don't just want the film. I want the shirt. I want a Grizzly shirt and a Grizzly figure. So let's get to the Lindsay Baker set. I probably should have just like looked it up, but shag it. We'll go through it this way. I did watch Patrick Still Lives the other day too, so that is going to definitely be probably the first like what the hell did I just watch video for Patreon. So for Patreon guys that are on here, for the Crimson Cult members, keep an eye out for the what the hell did I just watch. And for those that aren't subscribers to my Patreon, don't worry about it. I'm going to put a couple of my videos to try and tempt you on here as kind of like looks into what I got and what's on the channel. All right, so you're going to start with Thegazmo. That's the first one. That's the first one that Carol Baker and Lindsay did together. It's a great film, and there's a song in it that you're going to hear almost all throughout it. It's a song that I love. It's kind of got a cool feel to it, but it's utilized really well. I know, Matthew. That's so exciting. There is a great book. I'd get the book first. It's messed up. I mean, Patrick Still Lives is definitely messed up, but it's a hell of a lot of fun. I was not bored for 1 second during Patrick Still Lives. I was surprised, though. I hadn't seen it in a long, long time. I'd forgotten it, so I was going in with fresh eyes, Jamie. And basically, the person that I thought was going to be the star of the film wasn't. And that was kind of cool. When the person that looks like they're being set up to be the lead gets killed around like halfway through. That was decent. Blue Eyed Soul, is that the song that they play over and over again? Doesn't seem like the one I'm thinking of. I'd have to listen to it. Was he really? If anything, if an Italian like company knocks off your film to do an unofficial sequel or kind of like a hidden homage type of thing, if anything, just be proud that your film's gotten to that level of popularity that it's got an Italian knockoff. That's when you know you truly made it. Blue Eyed Soul, it's a style. Okay, Matthew, thanks. But yeah, you start with Thegazmo. You go up. You go to Oh So Sweet, So Perverse. Very different films, by the way. Very different depictions of Carol Baker as well. You go to A Quiet Place to Kill. Again, you're getting a completely different film. Like, here's the thing: same director, same lead actress, different role. We're not seeing like her play the same role over and over again. We're not seeing her being put in the same position over and over again. That's always cool. And you finish off with Knife of Ice, which is the most uniquely different out of all the films in the set. My favorite, it's hard. I really is. Like, I rated this set, but every single one on this set I liked. I loved every one on the Lindsay Baker set. Oh my God, Mad Max Road, yeah, especially Road Warrior, man. There are so many of those films. Like, what's the trash character was in like the Enzio Kellis, what was his name again? Films. The guy that did Inglourious Basterds. The guy whose name I can't remember right now. You tell me it's a song, yeah. Nathan, I mentioned you earlier, man. You're a busy dude. You are lucky. Nathan here was the guy that interviewed Flip for the film journey. If you're not watching Nathan's film journeys, you are totally missing out. Just got the test disc for Driving Delirium. So, also, actually, I was going to ask you about doing a 5-disc collection of the first 5 Driving Deliriums for the international market. Enzo Castellari, thank you, Twisted Man. So, when you say the international market, is this stuff that we're going to be able to get on Amazon? Because I was going to pick up some of the Driving Deliriums, and I thought I'd wait and look for the set. The Final Conflict. So is there... So... But Diabolique is that's American. I'm glad they're around, but that does mean, unfortunately, Diabolique is not a company that does well for me, especially right now. Anything I get from the United States right now, it's a dice roll when I'm going to get it. That's why I was so certain that I was probably going to get stuff from Amazon and from Vinegar Syndrome this year, because I just knew nothing else would arrive. Only person at the match Road Warrior was George Miller himself, The Fury Road. I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure Babe, Pig in the City was his true match to Road Warrior, because that was George Miller. For those that haven't picked this up, though, if you have not picked up the Lindsay Baker set, get on that. Truly one to pick up. I would appreciate that, Jamie, 100%. Thank you so much. We have to get together sometime. By the way, Jamie, and we got to figure out a schedule. Have a conversation. Actually, I talked about. I'm not sure if you watched the video or not. Probably because it's long, so you probably didn't. But I talked about the 20th anniversary of Valentine on my channel here the other day. Which, as you know, was kind of a watermark. It was a land... What's the word I'm looking for? It's a landmark moment for me when it comes to slashers. Because Valentine came at a time when I was unsure if slashers were gonna stay around as I knew them. I thought everything was going to go meta. Everything was going to be tongue-in-cheek. The slasher genre as I knew it was kind of dying out, except for maybe some lower rent stuff that I was unsure of. Valentine got me back into it. Yeah, there's a long wait for the April bundle. I don't know, man. It was a couple videos back now. I know I talked about it because I think I've been on Twitter before, and I'd sent a message on Twitter about it. It is an 80s style slasher. That's the thing. As somebody that I grew up. For those that don't know, for those that are new to my channel, if you're coming here now and you're listening to me ramble and you're like, what the heck is going on here? What type of channel is this? Why is there random pages on the screen? Well, because they're fun. But the thing is that that basically I'm a slasher giallo fan. Those are my genres. I like everything from film noir to musicals. Grease 2, one of my favorite films, man. But 80. I grew up in the 80s. The slasher thing was literally came up, was influential to me. Giallo's really influential to me. When I thought I was gonna make films, I wanted to make a slasher type film. So when I graduated from high school in 1989, and a lot of those things were kind of on the downswing, it may have affected where I took my career, because I felt like the things that I wanted to see or that I wanted to be in weren't around as much anymore, or weren't getting as much notice. So yeah, it meant a lot to me. If there's anybody that can honestly look into Denise Richards' career and not say she's a cult icon, I'm sorry. No, you're right, Ringo. She totally is. The Milligan set is not only limited, Jerry. It's down to less than 1,000, from what I've heard. So if you're really into that, you're gonna want to grab it. You want to grab it soon. Less than 900 sets left now. Is there really? Wow. Is there? Did they do what I said yet? Did they put a counter up here, or is it just like on their Twitter? So for those that are interested in the set, here it is right here. It says the Dungeon of Andy Milligan collection includes the ghastly ones: Legacy of Blood, Bloodthirsty Butchers, Carnage, plus 10 additional movies, all new special features, and more in gory color. I'm not gonna lie, I would love, these aren't my. I'm not saying these are my favorite films. I would love to have this. I'd kill to have this set. I just can't afford it. I had to make a choice this year to pare down and to choose between what I want and what I can actually get. The Milligan set, unfortunately, didn't make the cut, and I think I'm going to regret it. I'm not going to lie to you. I am probably going to regret the set. Not getting it. I'm going to regret not getting it because of the features. Because the features, the aesthetic, I love the midnight video look to it. I'm not a huge fan of Andy Milligan stuff. My dad is a proponent of, like, he hates Andy Milligan. Hates his stuff. My dad won't even acknowledge Fleshpound on 42nd Street as a good film. And I'm telling you, Fleshpound on 42nd Street is his best film. Nathan, if you don't have the Lindsay Baker set yet, man, if you're going out right now, I'm going to say right now, it's a sexy set. You're going to love the music, too. It's got CDs. It's got It's got some CD soundtracks you're going to want to listen to. And a comic book. Just putting it out there. Photo comic, but still a comic book. How was Denise to work with? Because let's be honest, alongside Matt Chanamic, for instance, Denise Richards is one of the most beautiful actresses that's ever lived. It kind of goes without saying. Whoever's gifting that for you, be really nice to them, Damon. That's kind of cool. It'll look amazing next to the Anthem set. Anthem set will be a better set, but the Andy Milligan set will be an interesting set, especially if you're studying film. It's for film study. I don't think anybody's going to look at it unless there may be some huge Andy Milligan fans that are seriously buying these films because they're going to watch them over and over again. But for a lot of people, it's the study of in that time period. I got the 4 taboo films that they put out from Vinegar Syndrome. I'm at the age now. I'm not going to be just randomly putting on Taboo 1, 2, 3, or 4 because I want to watch it again. But I did know that I want to have them in my collection, and I wanted to do a video on them eventually. So that's why they're there. You have a great evening there, Jamie. I'll talk to you soon. I keep saying I got an email, and I do. Email me anytime, and I'll catch up with you. You have a great evening, and I'll try not to be as boring as I am tonight. No, I know you probably got to go do some stuff. You got to do what you need to do, Jamie. It's always a pleasure and honor having you in here, and I want to have you on the channel soon. So we'll look into that. Starship Troopers was fun, man. It was fun. It was cheesy fun. It was exactly what you expect Starship Troopers to be. It is. That is the crazy part about Fleshpot on 42nd Street is people like don't know until they get it and they start to watch it, and the dialogue is just insanely natural. See you soon, Jamie. Have a great day down under. Do you guys like the word down under? It's kind of like us when I'm living in Newfoundland and we call it the Rock, right? Oh, people call it the Rock. Yeah, for those that have never seen Fleshpot on 42nd Street, and you're looking in a writing film, and you want to get dialogue, you want to hear naturalistic dialogue for your film, then there's two movies that I recommend, and they're very polar opposite films. But they're two very extremely well written films, dialogue wise. One is Andy Milligan's Fleshpot on 42nd Street. The other one is The Sweet Smell of Success with Tony Curtis and Burt Lancaster. Very different films, very different genres, but both of them are definitely a crash course in dialogue writing done right. It is going to be divisive. Some of the people are going to look at the set and they're going to get it because of the cover. That's what it's going to be. So they're going to get it because of the cover. They're going to get it because they're going to look at the trailer, and they're not going to realize the talkiness and the other aspects of it, the low budgetness. Like some people had the same thing with the Al Amson set. Is that they got it, they thought it was going to be something completely different than what it was. And when they watched it, they're like, oh my God, like this is not what I thought I was going to get. And I'm like thinking, did you watch the documentary? Did you, do you know who Al Amson is? Because it's exactly what, it's like the Bergman. You know what you're getting with Bergman. You're getting oppressed. You're getting beautiful films where you're getting oppressed at the same time. Oh, it's barely. You can tell that Andy Milligan does not give a damn about the adult aspect of 42nd Street, and it's kind of an afterthought in the film. You watched Fleshpot at your local art cinema last year. Did you like it? Did the audience have a good experience with it? I'm blown away and honored that Jamie is going to hook me up with the Driving Delirium set. So I will make sure that I will definitely unbox and review that here on the channel. I mean, it's like Cracked Out John Waters had a shoestring budget. Oh, man. So where do you guys want to look tonight? So, I'm wondering how many people, because I'm all over the place tonight. We're going to be looking at a lot of stuff. I just want to have a conversation with you guys tonight. That's what I want to do. Really look at some stuff that's out there at the Andy Milligan set. And here's another one, too, that's still around for people to pick up. One that I truly want. It's the Shout-Out Video 6-pack put out by Makeflix with Kingdom of the Vampire, Chick Boxer, Galaxy of the Dinosaurs, Zombie Cop, Maximum Impact, and Humanoids from Atlantis. Awesome looking one. If you're going to get this, so I recommend getting the one with the book. Probably showing for a few. That's awesome, Twisted Cinema, man. If I was in the area, hopefully you would have invited me. But I adore the aesthetics of this set right here. Just look at this, man. And I love the fact that his films literally look like a comic book. Can these come up? No, they're right up there. Look. So let's look at what's on this set here. By the way, Death Game. I don't think I have actually. I didn't know it was coming out from Grindhouse. So we got 6 individual region-free Blu-ray discs, 3 restored with 5.1 surround remixes, original VHS versions from archival edit masters, live original cast readings of the complete uncut Humanoids from Atlantis screenplay, 3 commentary tracks from each movie, 18 commentary tracks. Holy crap! New and vintage extras from Tempe Vaults, reversible wraps with original VHS artwork, 2 bonus CD soundtracks, 3 reversible 10 by 13 mini posters, 24-page booklet with photos and linear notes, bonus video on demand digital streaming codes, exclusive package limited to only 300 units, autographed by producer J.R. Bookwater. Death Game's coming up from Grindhouse. Let's check out that. Helps if I can spell, right? All right, so let's find out what we can right now. Grindhouse releasing Blu-ray news. So where is Death Game? Come on. Oh, here we go. So thank you so much, Kobe fan. So right here is Death Game. So for those that don't know, well, for those that do, you guys know I'm a fan of Eli Roth's movie Knock Knock. I actually really like the film. I champion that film. So if you've ever seen the film, you want to know what the original was, this is the original. This is where Knock Knock came from. It stars Sandra Locke, Colleen Camp as the two young people that kind of show up at Seymour Kessel's door. Do you have any garages, pictures, Blu-rays? I only have Web of the Spider by Antonio Margheriti, but I have not had a chance to check it out yet, actually. This flick looks bonkers. It is. Have you seen Knock Knock? I would say it's better. It's definitely better than Knock Knock. But, like, Knock Knock is a lesser version of Death Game. I am extremely interested in this one. I had no idea. Thanks for putting it on my radar. Because this is a favorite. There's a young Sandra Locke right there, as we can see her on the screen. Force can from the original camera negative. I actually got to mention that to my dad while we're talking here. I'm now following you, Ashen. You have a great night there, Kay. Knock Knock's with Keanu Reeves, yeah. So they're going to have trainers final. Peter S. Trainer was the guy that directed the film, by the way. They're going to have like trainers final like career interview on there. And for those that don't know, like, you know, Peter S. Trainer actually did get like they gave him a producer's credit on Knock Knock. The only other film that Trainer actually directed was a movie that Vinegar Syndrome put out. It was a VSA release. It's called Evil Town. So guys, if you are an Evil Town fan, if you were one of the people, one of the 3,000 that got the Vinegar Syndrome VSA archive release of Evil Town, and you enjoyed that, well, this is the other film that Peter S. Trainer made called Death Game. So think about that for a second. Oh, then Zach, if you like Evil Town, this is the only other film he ever made. And it's got a decent cast because you got like Sandra Locke, who, you know, obviously was like, not sure if she was with, probably pre-Clint Eastwood. You got Colleen Camp, Seymour Kessel's in this, Beth Brickell. I can't remember the rest of the cast. Have a great night, Ash, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Definitely chat me up. Shout out. See? That's what I'm here for. Like giving your money to other people. You're very nice. It's a good film. Like I'm gonna go out there. I liked that game a lot. Now, it's one of those ones that it was made in '74. I don't think it came out in '74 though. I think it came out a few years later, like '76 or '77, somewhere around there. Now, for those that are huge fans of that game, I've never been able to find it, but I think there's another version, not Knock Knock, but there's like an earlier version of that game, and I think it's like a Spanish film, kind of a Spanish version of the film that was done as well. I gotta look it up actually. I'll look that up later. Sissy Spacek was a set dresser, really? Like I know Sissy Spacek was set director for like a lot of like the early films by De Palma before she got to do Carrie. Hey there, Dennis. Welcome, man. Happy Saturday to you. This video has been all over the place. For those that came in new and they were wondering what the hell is going on, it's just one of those like those videos where we're looking at like different releases that are coming out, talking about some stuff. Just chatting, and when the world are in crazy times, sometimes it's good to just have this little slice of like just cinematic fun and hangout history that we can do here to just all enjoy each other and de-stress a bit. Much like Michael Rosenbaum's inside of you, this is a very, like, hopefully, a very bad for your pocketbook, good for your mental health type of channel. That's what I try for. If you've never listened to Michael Rosenbaum's Inside of You podcast, it's really good, by the way. Eventually, I'm going to do, like, a list of, like, some podcasts that I listen to. Like, like the Yes to This, Pure Cinema, Kyle Webb's, Femme Fatales. Michelle Egan's got a new podcast too, which I want to shout out on here. Look for it under her name. Let me see if I can find it. Now, if you guys remember, Michelle was Engans actually was on this channel, like chatting like quite a bit. Such a sweet girl too. Is Rush Week coming next month, man? So I know it was moved, Master Chaos. Let's go back to Vinegar Syndrome. We've seen enough of the lovely Sandra Locke. So let's bring up that. Let's do it. So thanks to Mr. Chaos himself here, Master Chaos. I always now bring up the 2021 release schedule to look at. When I was trying to convince myself, do I really want to get the 2021 release schedule? I watched Master Chaos's video on the 2021 release schedule. That's what like cinched it for me on wanting the halfway to Black Friday subscription. So, there's everything, as wrestling shows often say, the card is subject to change. Yeah, Michael Rosenbaum, Lex Luthor in Smallville. He's very much not Lex Luthor like in real life. He's like, I don't know. He's goofy like me, I guess. I'm drinking some tea, so I do apologize. But right there is we're going to be looking at. Let's break it down, as the Generation X would say. All right, so Master Chaos wants to know. So we got in March Death Promise, an 80s slasher, which I'm guessing was originally supposed to probably be the Umberto Lenzi one, but it got pushed up to February, and an 80s horror. So the we're probably going to see Rush Game right put around there, unless they like push it to later on in the year. I know that initially, probably like Satan's Blood and Cthulhu Mansion, I think both of those were supposed to be part of a box set that like just didn't happen. Because what's going on right now in the world, the craziness, and they actually got put out as individual releases instead, which is good for us because we end up getting more stuff on them. I honestly, Ian, has Ian watched Whip of the Spider? I gotta watch that one soon. Actually, I'm a big Margaretti fan, so it was sent to me by a viewer, unfortunately, that does not watch this channel anymore. Doesn't speak on the channel anymore. Anyway, I always feel sad. It's like sometimes like people come in like for a long period of time, and then they'll kind of like drift away from the channel. Life happens. They go into different channels or whatever. And I get kind of sad, and it's like losing a family member. Like I wonder what happened. I wonder what they're doing now. I'm super stoked about House of Usher. It's not I'm not going to say House of Usher is a great movie, but it's an insane movie. It's an insane movie. And when you got like Olive Reed and Donald Pleasance, you can't not have a good time. Everyone needs Death Promise. Which is a March release. The hard part for me, guys, is that after my birthday, after my birthday, I can't spend a cent. Now, I mean, like, you're not going to see one unboxing, except anything that, any birthday gifts I get. Anything you guys send, aside from that, no unboxings until like after May, because that's when the big, like all of us, right? That's what for all of us that are Vinegar Syndrome fans. That's when the big like halfway subscription. If you don't have the year-long subscription, if you got a year-long subscription, you got it made in the shade. But if you don't, a lot of us are looking towards that, right? We're saving our coppers. Hey there, Isaac. Welcome, man. But I do non-live stuff now, Twisted. That's the thing. I've purposely made a point of doing some non-live videos so that, like, if you can't, a lot of people, you can't come in. Like, so I understand. Like, I do some daunting stuff, some like hour-long, 2-hour-long videos, and some people can't do that. But for me, like right here when I do a live video, it's always a place like you don't have, like, even if you don't stay for the whole thing, or if you come in when you can, type of thing. It's just a place for you to come back and relax, like sit back with a bunch of old friends, like you were going to a bar, like going to Cheers, or going to like a movie shop, and just like chatting about the stuff that you know and love. Like Criterion Flash Sale dropping Tuesday. Well, guys, here's your chance to pick up your Fellinis and your Varda sets. I would have loved. There's no commentary on it. See, that's the one thing. My one like nitpick with the VSA releases is it seems like they've put so much. Like, one, I'm going to say this. I got to say this right at the gate. I watched Action USA, and the scan on Action USA is freaking insane. It is amazing how good that freaking movie looks. Here's a movie that went straight to. This is not a theater film. This is a straight to DVD movie, straight to VHS actually, probably back in the day. But Action USA looks incredible. It just looks so clear and so crisp. Now, some of the miking work, especially near the beginning of the film, horrible. But stay with it because the miking work gets better. But yeah, what I was saying before I unrailed myself was that the VSA releases, unfortunately, have right they're the features. Have you ever noticed that they got less features? I did pick up the Criterion Godzilla. It is insane how good that Action USA transfer looks. Are you the one, Robert, that asked me the other day about the Criterion Godzilla and I forgot to show it to you? Do you have any guess about the classic 4K Peakorama's 4K? Weakest feature-wise, or weakest, like you thought it was the weakest film-wise, Shadow? Most people think that Tower of Evil was the weakest one, like, or Tower, whatever it was called, was the weakest film-wise. I do apologize. Yeah, I actually mentioned that here. Hold on a second. Before I do this, before I break this down, I made a promise to Robert the other day, and like you guys know, I keep my promises. So, Robert, you wanted to know what the Godzilla set was like. It's right behind me. So I will grab it, and I will show you. It's going to convince you, I think. Oh no, you're right. It is going to be 4K UHD. It just blows my mind every time I hear it. So this here is the Godzilla set that came out from Criterion. On the back is a beautiful picture of Godzilla. And when you open it up, you get another amazing pic of Godzilla. And much like the Zadiichi set, it's going to show Godzilla, like each of the films are going to have like a different like art style to them. So you're going to get some write-ups on the films. Goes for a few pages. And right in the back of it, you're going to get all the discs right here. All 8 discs. The entire show here of Godzilla. So you're going to get everything from like... A lot of people say hot and spicy pizza girls. What if they go for a classic? What if they do like a Pretty Peaches or like Taboo 4K? Because I know a lot of people, well, it's big just like Godzilla. So, of course, you get the classic original film. I don't mind the way the discs are contained because they are like Blu-ray, so you know, less scratchy aspect of it. There's Godzilla rides again. Rides again, I was going to say. Godzilla Godzilla on a horse. Guys, remember that. King Kong versus Godzilla, which we're getting a new one of, like now. Let's see if it'll match up to the old King Kong versus Godzilla. Mothra versus Godzilla. I love this one. Ghidorah, the three-headed monsters. Or Ghidorah, depends on how you say it. Invasion of Astro Monsters, showing a very silly Godzilla, which makes sense for Invasion of Astro Monsters. Ibra, Horror of the Deep. It's a really nice set, Robert. I'm going to guess you've already got the Gamera set too, right? Son of Godzilla. This is one of my favorite pictures we're coming up to next. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters. All Monsters Attack. Love the perspective one for that one. Godzilla vs. Ghidorah. Godzilla vs. Gigan. I like Gigan, so that's kind of cool. Godzilla vs. Mechalon. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. I actually think it's going to be a new film that hasn't been put out before. Terror of Mechagodzilla, because we didn't get enough Mechagodzilla in the last one. And those are the films. One good thing about it, like even if you didn't get the Gamera set, Robert, there's 2 really good Gamera sets that are out right now. And if you put them together, they make one big Gamera picture. It looks really cool. So, even if you missed out on the book and the comic, they're still really, really worth getting. I think the Heisei like Gamera films are probably some of the strongest kaiju that I've ever watched. But I'm sorry I forgot last time, Robert, on my last video. But hopefully this makes up for it. George was a really good friend of the channel there. Hey there, Dagger, welcome. He has the two Gamera sets, the new ones that came out. They're really nice looking. See, so here's a peek behind the curtain. So when I go to show you stuff on the screen, then I can't see what you're writing here, obviously, because I'm looking at my computer screen. So I just bring up my iPad. And as you can see, I can see your messages right there. It's a little bit late, but we got there. I was waiting for you to come on and mention it so that I could actually show it. I've always had it in the background right by my Gamera set. For those that don't know it, I like pretty much all types of film. But I grew up with a lot of the kaiju stuff. Like, it came on TV a lot when I was young. A lot of the Gamera and the Godzilla stuff would come on. Usually on Saturdays or like sometime on like a late night, and it was always cool. Like, Godzilla was always a kind of a cool watch. The Heisei Gamera is what really sold me on the Gamera films. My oldest, Amimi, she's a huge fan of the Gamera series. So one of these times when I get to England, I'm going to see if I can get her the sets. That is an excellent one. Are you talking about there's like Castle of Blood and two other films on there, right? I think it's two other films, right? Right, Ian? That's an excellent. Did you get the one with her? I didn't get the autographed one. I should have got the autographed one. I do. I regret not getting the autographed edition that they did have it there for a while with Barbara Steele autographing it. How much did the Godzilla set cost me? It was actually a present of last year. I'm not sure if it was like a Christmas present or something like that, so I'm not quite sure. But I think my better half got it during like a flash sale. But we can check. We can see how much it is. So you're getting rid of my face again. And we'll look. We'll see how much the Godzilla set is right now. So if Criterion's having a flash sale, then let's go to Criterion. And let's look up that Godzilla set, because when Criterion has flash sales, then it's 50% off of what their normal price is. That's what their flash sales normally are. So the Godzilla set on the Criterion website is running at $179.96 American for the 8-disc set, and I think that is actually a good, decent price for that set. I can't say that's overpriced. But on a flash sale, that's going to be $89.98. So you're going to get that for less than $100. The set that I just held up there for less than $100. All 15 original Showa era Godzilla films. How much of the Vincent subscription packages depends on where you're at, Matthew. If you're in Canada like me, it's going to run you a bit more than if you're in the U.S. If you're in the U.S., you're pretty set. Canada, you got to put in like usually like $100 like shipping, $120 shipping on top of the subscription cost. Team Godzilla, are you, Corey? I like them both. Castle of the Creeping Flesh. That's if I'm correct, that's a Grammy picture, like a Grammy. Grammy. That's a Grammy picture. It's the German film. So if you go by the SRP, then I forgot about the SRP. You're right there. The go by SRP is still going to be 112, which I think is going to be a really good price for this set. It's Spawn 1000 of the Godzilla collection, and it's just some really, really cool films. Well, let's go to Criterion's, like, if there's a flash sale coming up, guys, let's talk about that. The extras are great on that set, man. The full year VS completionist cost you $870 US. You had a $70 discount though, because you were subscribed before. Do you know how much, Kobe? Do you know how much that cost? I think that was $1,200 Canadian, right? For like a year-long sub. So that's my point. Well, don't worry. We'll be doing a video on that, actually. But you got to be on my Patreon for that one, John Smith. We talked about that one. So as you can see, there's like a whole lot of stuff here coming out. New releases coming soon. Go to All Films, for instance, where you're just going to get a list, I think. But it's a nice list of like stuff of all the stuff Criterion has out there. We'll get to some of the newer stuff, and actually, because I want to go over a couple things. Let's do this quickly. I'm making up new words as I go along, guys. It's my amazing mind. Oh, God. There's stuff like Valley of the Dolls, Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, Cat People. If Blood Simple, another film, strongly recommend that one. That's a really good movie. If you've never seen the Coen Brothers' Blood Simple, well, one, come on, this is an older film, but now you should have seen this one. But some people, this may be one that they have not seen yet. It's a beautiful film. If you're a horror fan, Jacques Tourneau's Cat People is incredible. I think the Barnes and Noble, they have two sales. I think they have one. Was it May or June? I think they have one in June and one in November. It's $350 for last year, but it'll be more this year. So let's kind of like Canadianize. So Shadow, you're in the United States, right? Because it costs you $350. You're definitely in the United States. I forgot about the points, actually. So let's go to XE currency. I'm doing it on my phone here. So it says here that like converted 350 would be about 446 Canadian, but I know they charged us more than 446 last year. Arrow does usually go on sale around the same time Criterion does, actually. They usually have 50% off sale, usually about a day or two later. I gotta grab something, so I'll be right back. So look at the amazing cat people while I just get something. It's just gonna take me a second. One of the things that I love about this channel is that I can walk away from here I know you guys are comfortable enough at this point that you guys can continue the conversation without me and just kind of chill, and you're still here when I come back, and that's amazing. But yeah, if you haven't got the sets, there's a few big sets to get from Criterion as well. Aside from the Bergman set, there's, they recently put out the Fellini set. There's the Varda set that came out. I would love to have had the Varda set, man. Oh, I want that set so bad. It's so sexy. A Blow Up is a great film, by the way, if you haven't checked that one out. If you like Giallos and you want like kind of maybe a classy version of Michelangelo and Antonio's Blow Up is a great one. Like, no, it's not really a Giallo, but still, it has a feel to it. I would love to see them do these stuff, but recently, All of the Dead's coming out from Warner Archives, so that is I unfortunately, don't see that happening in the near future. So my better half gets emails from some of the places, like when they're having sales or they're stuff like the one she got from oldies.com, and she got extremely excited because she found out Blow Up versus Blowout. I'm actually gonna disagree with the mass here, and I'm gonna say Blow Up. I would say Blowout actually. Blowout's the one with no, I'm gonna agree with the mass actually. Though I love Blow Up, which is a fantastic film, De Palma's Blowout is one of my favorites. It's hard twisted, man. Antonio, like doing a proper Giallo would have been amazing. Anyway, so she was on. She got this email from oldies.com. They're showing Warner Archive stuff. So apparently, Warner Archives put out Hugo the Hippo, and a lot of you may not know. Like, I didn't know the film, but my better half, it was her childhood. The very first film that her dad brought home when he bought the new VCR for their house, Heather Kubrick, was Hugo the Hippo. So has anybody here seen Hugo the Hippo? I think I'm getting a cold. Well, Kubrick, it was mentioned here that there may be a Criterion flash sale coming up. It's one to look. It's definitely one to look into. It's a different film, very psychedelic, sort of. The animation kind of reminds me of the 70s, almost like the Yellow Submarine style of animation. But apparently, it's about these guys that bring over these hippos to their country to take out these sharks that are they're keeping people from getting into the port, and the sharks are portrayed as some motorcycle gang type characters, and the hippos manage to do it. They take out the sharks, but afterwards, after the novelty of the fact that this country has these hippos, they stop noticing them so much, and because of that, they stop feeding them. And the hippos are hungry, and they kind of go into the town to try to get some food. And what ends up happening is the vizier puts out a kill order for all of the hippos. And Hugo is the only surviving hippo. It's an interesting little film. The American version of it was, I think, the voices were people like Burl Ives, Marie and Jimmy Osmond, And actually a really good voice cast. Yeah, Isaac gets Hugo the Hippo. Which, see if I can find a picture for it. She played like one of the songs from it. It's stuck in my head all day. But there it is right there. Phantasmagorical. With Marie Osmond, Jimmy Osmond, Burl Ives, Paul Lynn, Robert Morley. Quite the cast. And apparently it came out from Warner Archives. Only on DVD, unfortunately, not on Blu-ray, but it's one of those titles that is so unique and so niche and so rare that it's so nice to realize that somebody has preserved and saved it. With all that being said, guys, I'm probably going to have to end this video a little bit early because I'll be honest, I'm not feeling the greatest right now. We'll have to go over this. I may extend and do a live video tomorrow if I get the chance. There, you can see, one last time, you can see head shaved Aaron. But I want to thank everybody who came in and joined me here tonight. I truly appreciate it. You guys are all amazingly awesome. At 87 minutes, it's the length of a decently long, low-budget action film. I want to give a special shout-out to my Crimson Cult Patreon supporters. You guys are amazing. Keep the channel going. And to my donators and super chatters, you guys are incredibly awesome. Although he's not here right now, I want to thank Jamie Blanks for dropping by. For those that don't know, he directed some incredible films, including Storm Warning, Urban Legend, and Valentine. Make sure that you have those 3 movies in your collection, and ask your company, whether it be Scream Factory or Arrow, to put out Storm Warning, because it needs a good release. But again, guys, thank you so much. I truly appreciate everything that you guys do for the channel. I know I'm behind. But there I am. See? There I am now with the actual hair on my head. It's not a lot, but some. It is that time, Kubrick. Unfortunately, you got in late, but I'm glad that you got in. I'm always glad to see you guys here. I am Aaron. This is the Call to Cinema. Well, you are the Call to Cinema. This is my movie watching room. And you guys rock. And Dubstep, we'll see you here again soon. Have a wonderful evening. Go watch a fantastic movie. And look up Hugo the Hippo. Go listen to the song. There's the I Love Hippos song from Hugo the Hippo.